Well, hello. Hi, I am Sharon D, and I am coming to you today to share a little bit of information because a dear friend of mine, Roberta Yolanda King, received a lipstick from me that she said just did not stay on for her. So I thought, well, let me just do a video to share with her and you some of the tricks that I use to get lipstick to stay on and to last. Now, those of us that love lipstick, this is like the best time in history because there are so many options. There's the velvets, the mattes, the long lasting, there's moisture rich. I mean, there are so many options that you can absolutely find a lipstick that is going to meet your needs. And let me tell you, the lipstick that I sent to her is a very moist lipstick. It is part of our Royal Jelly line. Royal Jelly is an extremely awesome, powerful moisturizer. And having it in your lipstick is really a treat because it just, oh man, it just hyper drenches your lips. But you have to give up something, right? Can't have it all. Because it has the moisture in it, it's not going to stay on as well as like the mattes that are extremely dry. But what it does, it just feels so doggone good on your lips because it is full of a lot of moisture. But there are some tricks, there are some tips. First of all, let me say, most women do not exfoliate your lips. Now, if you've seen any of my videos, if you've hung out with me for any length of time, you know I am all about exfoliation. Why? Because it gets, the process of our skin rejuvenation is, everything has a life cycle. And our skin, the cells turn over, the new ones come forth, but if you do not release the dead ones, they just sit there looking all dull and sad and not allowing your skin to receive the moisture that you're putting on it, such as in moisturizer, or even do the best job it can do in terms of putting on like a foundation. And the same holds for lipstick. So really quick, easy tip is once a week, take just a little dab of sugar, mix it with just a little dab of coconut oil, and just massage those lips. Get those dead skin cells off of there, which will allow anything to adhere to it much better. Okay? Once a week, just make that part of your routine. Secondly, I do this little thing where I use this. It is actually a eye treatment. It's part of our Gold Dynamics line. Yes, and when it says gold, it has little gold particles throughout the whole line. I love it. I mean, who wouldn't want to moisturize with gold, right? Anyway, so I take this, which is an eye treatment, and I figure because our eyes do all this movement up, down, all around, close and open, all of that, our mouth is doing the same thing. Lots and lots of movement. So I decided I would check that out and see how that works. Kind of get a little double action out of your product. So I just take a little tiny jab of that. Let me show you. Just a little tiny dab. Not much. Can't even see it, can you? Yeah. And I just put it on and all around my lips, so that it's nice and soft and hydrated. Hydrated. That is the main objective here. So once I do that, I always line my lips. Well, it helps your lipstick to stay in place. And when I say stay in place, as we get older, the lines in our lips start diminishing in terms of, a true boundary. So the lipstick kind of can just flow off and just go all over the place. So it is really important to line. Even if you're just lining the outer parts of your lips, that's great. Or you can line the whole lip, whichever is your preference. Now, always, make sure that whatever you're using to line, I'm using a pencil, a regular pencil. This is Reds and Berries, which usually goes well with most lipsticks that I tend to wear. So just give it a couple of turns. You want to make sure that your pencil is nice and sharp. Yeah, you see this is well used pencil. And line. I do this trick called X marks the Cupid bow. What that is I go to the very top corner of my Cupid's bow and I make a diagonal line in the other direction. See? Then I go to the other side and I do the same thing. X marks the Cupid's bow. So then I just do that a couple of times to make sure that it's nice and pronounced. And I go right on over to the top point and I pull it down. And I do the same thing on the other side. I go back and make short strokes over that line to make sure that it's even. And I do the same thing on the other side. Okay? So then I take my finger and go down the Cupid's bow to make sure it's a nice little point. So the bottom part I do the same except there's no Cupid bow. So I start in the corner and I just come on down. You can either do a straight line or you can do little dots and then connect the line depending on what's easier for you. So that's how, if you're going to just line the outside. Got that, Roberta? That's going to keep it in place in terms of it, flowing all over your face. But if you want it to stay on stronger, you're going to go ahead and line the whole lip. And that's what I generally do. Is line the whole lip. I kind of take the pencil toward the side because I don't need it as heavy in the center as I do on the outside. So that's the lining. Then I take a little piece of tissue paper. Now you can use a paper towel, but I like to use the tissue paper because it is thinner